Ants are one of the world's most diverse types of insects. There is a whole range of different types, from the small and docile black garden ant to the large, fierce-looking red fire ant. Ants can be found in almost every environment on Earth, except for polar regions. They fill many important roles in ecosystems, such as keeping other types of animals out and providing pollination. There are more than 12,000 species of ants found on the planet today, with an ant population of 10 quintillion ants. About 700 of these can be found in the US, but only 25 make the habit of invading your home. These types are found in many parts of the world, and their sting is painful, although not fatal. They usually nest near houses or other buildings, and can be problematic to eradicate. That is, they will aggressively protect their colony with a powerful sting. This type has one of the most potent stings out there. For an ant, hiding from them isn't going to help much. It's recommended that you wear gloves when handling these types, so as to avoid getting bitten at all costs. The bite itself is said to feel like being shot by a gun, hence why they got this name. Unlike any other types mentioned here, leafcutters have no interest whatsoever in biting humans. These types will cut leaves and other vegetation to create their nests. In fact, they are the only types of ants where the males do not have a sting. Driver ants are known for being particularly aggressive. They're typically found around areas with lots of standing water, as this is what attracts them. If you see these types outside your home, it's crucial that you act quickly, because they'll infiltrate inside really fast. It's advised to call an exterminator right away. But if you can't wait, then try spraying some insecticide down on top of them while wearing long sleeves, so that no part of your skin is exposed. One final note about driver ants. Unlike most ant species, they don't produce queens or new colonies. These types are known for being particularly large and aggressive. The colonies of these types can be vast, with as many as 20 million individuals in some cases. They'll steal seeds from plants to feed their colony. If you're growing a garden, don't underestimate them. These types are so unusual that it's hard to find information on them. They're known for being nocturnal and even hiding up in trees during the day. One thing we do know is that they have a very strong and painful sting, so be careful if you come into contact with these types of ants. This species of ant is notorious for its aggressive behavior, moving quickly and attacking anything they see as prey. Don't underestimate these types just because they don't sting humans. Army ants can actually be very dangerous. These types usually nest in wood and are likely to spread through your home if you don't take care of them. They're most commonly found outdoors, but can get inside too. They'll chew any wooden material apart with their powerful jaws. This type is more common in the southern states of America, but they have been found around other parts of the world too. Unlike any types mentioned here, crazy ants will invade kitchens, because it's a warm place that could shelter new colonies from outside conditions. They also appear during summer months, unlike many types which prefer cooler climates. As might be expected, these types aren't very big at all, and actually look quite different than other types. Like other types, they produce queens and colonies, but these types like to live in small groups of around 20 or so individuals. They nest under leaves near the ground. This type is most commonly found in gardens because it's attracted by plants that have no scent. You'll notice them coming out between blades of grass or climbing up walls. If you see this type outside your house, then act quickly, as they can be difficult to get rid of once inside. If you're a gardener, use plenty of pesticides when tending to your garden, and store any food indoors to avoid attracting them. This type is very common in the southern states of America, but they have been found around other parts of the world too. Unlike any types mentioned here, pavement ants spread by laying eggs near nests or along trails instead. While this doesn't seem so bad at first glance, it does mean that these types are hard to get rid of if they come inside your house, because there could be a nest anywhere. One final note about pavement ants. Unlike many types which prefer cooler climates, this one likes hot weather, meaning that during summer months you might see more than usual. Acrobat ants are types of insects that like to live in very large colonies. Acrobat ants have been found all over the world and can be identified by their ability to jump a long way. These types will usually build up their nests close to trees or other tall plants, then use silk from the leaves they eat as part of its construction. These types are very peculiar types of ants that live in the southern United States. Unlike any types mentioned here, these types can be identified by their large mandibles and strange walking behavior. They walk on 6 legs instead. Big-headed ants are types of insects that like to live in colonies and prefer warmer climates. These types can be identified by the fact that they have a very large head, which is around 3 times as long as their other body parts combined. Big-headed ants usually build up nests close to trees or tall plants, then use silk from leaves as part of their construction. These types are types of ants that live in colonies and usually build up nests close to trees. Honey ants have been found all over the world, but they're most commonly found in Australia, where they nest by digging into bark or soil and building a tent made with silk from tree leaves around it. These types can be identified by their yellow and black color. These types are types of ants that live in colonies and usually build up nests close to trees. They can be identified by the fact that their thorax, middle section, is red. Red ant species have been found all over the world, but they're most commonly found in America, where some will nest inside. These types are types of ants that live in colonies and usually build up nests close to trees. Like other types mentioned here, tiger ant species have been found all over the world, but they're most commonly found on the eastern coast of America and prefer warmer climates. These types can be identified by their reddish-orange color, which turns black at night. These types are types of ants that live in colonies and usually build up nests close to trees. Like other types mentioned here, tiger ant species have been found all over the world, but they're most commonly found on the eastern coast of America and prefer warmer climates. These types, turtle ants, are types of insects that like to live in colonies and prefer warmer climates. Turtle ants can be identified by the fact that they have a very large head, which is around 3 times as long as their other body parts combined. These types usually build nests close to trees or tall plants, then use silk from leaves as part of their construction, and be identified by their reddish-orange color, which turns black at night.